Alright, what I'm going to talk to you about today is when I rebuilt this bike, and it was a frame-off restoration, but it had a lot of problems. And as you can see in the other videos I've done, it's a complete ground-up rebuild. But looking for parts for a 30-year-old Softail can be challenging. This inner primary is not the one that came with this motorcycle, and the one that came with the bike is this one. And as you can see, we've got a damaged bolt hole which holds the outer primary on, which was making this leak a lot of primary fluid. Someone had before put a bigger bolt in it, and it just cracked it on out. When I went to coming back up with this motorcycle, I was not going to put this primary back on it. And as you can tell by this brake here, this is not going to be an easy fix. Harley Davidson does not make 30-year-old inner primaries for these motorcycles. So I knew I was going to have to get on the internet or go to some swap meets and other things to find an inner primary for this motorcycle. One of the things when you do or take on a project like this is numbers. Numbers are everything. And in the number here, I have 662089. When I was looking to buy another inner primary, that's the number I needed. A lot of the aftermarkets, and there are few, there's not many. The chrome aftermarket, they say will fit this. The jack shaft hole here won't match up. It's totally different. Or if this doesn't work, the holes either here or here or even in here or here are different. So you really need to find, if you're going to do one of these, an 89 primary. 90 inner primary won't work, and an 88 inner primary won't work. For an 89 model, you're basically going to have an 89 inner. Luckily, I found one out in California and got it for under $100. And they even sent me all the hardware that went with it. And if you're going to take on a project like this, I think that's one of the nice things about it. People out there, that they've got spare parts or stuff that's been laying around for a while, they are happy to send all the components with it with no extra charge. But anyway, just a tip, if you're going to rebuild any bike, no matter what it is, or take on a restoration project like I did, parts numbers and numbers for inner primaries, cases, cylinder heads, transmissions are very important, because Harley, there's a lot of differences between bikes. And like I said, the 89 has a different inner and outer primary than the 90 or the 88, which made running the replacement for this down interesting. But remember, you have numbers on all these parts. Just look them up, and when you go on the net, look for them. Usually you can, like on eBay, magnify this and see the numbers you need. Anyway, just a tip there to help you when you run down parts.